forgiveness. Or should I say, we deal with this subject, unforgiveness. How many of you would be honest and say, man, I tell you, it's sometimes really difficult to forgive somebody? Can we be real enough? You ain't got to clap. Yeah, man, yeah, that's me, yeah, yeah. Here's what's so interesting. Oftentimes, the people that offended you, the people that hurt you, the people that stabbed you in the back, sometimes they've moved on with their life. They're going on. They're not worried about what's happening in your life. Listen, you're the one. I'm the one that's in prison. We're the one. And until we release, there is no peace. Some of you today, man, listen, some of you are holding on to that thing. You're holding on to that offense. You're holding on to that sin. You're holding on to that person that just hurt you so deeply. I'm telling you, listen, for your own spiritual walk with God, it's time for you to release it so that you can have peace in your life. Why? Why should we forgive? Well, number one, because unforgiveness hurts us psychologically and emotionally. Lee Strobel, great man of God, a great writer, said this, and I quote, "They don't hold a grudge as much as the grudge holds them." If you're constantly dwelling on the hurt and dwelling on the pain, you will never move forward. You will always stand still or go backwards. When we're harboring this pain and bitterness and anger in our hearts, we're not going to be able to move forward in our lives. How do we release? How do we let that person go? How do we cancel this sin? How do we move on with our life? How do we, for somebody that's hurt me, somebody that's really done me wrong, somebody that's treated my kids bad? P stands for pray. Now this is very interesting. Jesus said, now watch this. Jesus really asks us to do some stuff that's really hard, doesn't he? Jesus said, this is what Jesus said, pray for your enemies and love your enemies. Jesus, you want me to, listen, it changes our perspective when we begin to pray for somebody that's hurt us. E stands for empathy. What does that mean? We must turn from seeing this person who has hurt us from our own painful perspective and then begin to see them as God sees them. Somebody who's hurt you, somebody who's hurt me, guess what? I want to let you in on a little secret. Guess what? Everybody say, guess what? Guess what? God loves them just as much as he loves you. And then the letter A is the word act. Luke 6, Jesus said, do good to those, man alive, Jesus, you do good to those who hate you and bless those who curse you. Confess. C is confess. Now here's the problem. Here's the deal. We always think it's their fault. Well, it's all their fault. It's their fault. They did all the problem. They did everything. But here's the thing. But we need to look deep inside of our own lives. Part of forgiving is owning up to our side of the problem. Example, I want you to look at Jesus with me. Jesus. And Jesus said, get this, Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing.